Hi guys, so I wanted to hop on here real quick and show you a few things I've done in my composition book planner / journal the last week or so. And for those of you that watch my videos, you know my last planner fell in the sink and got ruined, so I switched to this composition book planner, and here's what I've done so far. I did end up getting the contact paper put on it. This is a different kind, and so it's not shiny like the other one was, so it's kind of, there's a little shine there, you can kind of see it. But this is just regular brand contact paper on the front and back cover. You can see the seams right there. But that just kind of, if you can hear it, gives it just a little extra protection. And then I made an envelope or a pocket out of an envelope. I just took a regular brown manila envelope like this. Oh, this one's dirty. And I cut the top off across, and then I went down to like 1.5 inches or so, and then I cut straight across and put some tape there to kind of protect the edge. And I'm going to stick that down in the back here, so I've got a pocket for stickers. Right now it just has the stickers that I use mostly on a weekly basis, so that I always have those handy if I'm out and about. And then a couple other things. I did get the inside front cover done also. You can see there's a little bit here that doesn't have some contact paper on it, but because it's inside, I don't really care about that too much, so that's not going to bother me. I did add a few pages as well. So here's November. This was last week of October. Period tracker. Future log. This was the week of Halloween. And then this was last week. It was a very long week. I can admit it was not my best, but we're moving on. Oh, skip that. This is my layout for Christmas, and so I have some children who give me very detailed lists of things they want, and then others that I don't get quite so much. So, but I make a column for each of the kids, and then I make a little section for, you know, my sister-in-laws, that kind of thing, and then I write down everything they tell me, and then when I go out to the store, if I just happen to be out shopping, I always have that list with me. Here is December. I accidentally drew my line in the wrong place, so it's a big old line of whiteout tape, but that's okay. And then this is this week. My son's birthday is on Friday. I'm so excited. I have a huge list of things to get done, but you know, it's only Wednesday. My class will be done as of Saturday, so I have a whole bunch of homework to get caught up on in the next few days. But then we'll be done. And then here's a couple of new pages. I redid my what to watch. I transferred over the shows that I'm almost done with, and some new ones I haven't started yet. This washi tape I think I got, I don't know, Hobby Lobby maybe. And then this is my books read. I actually read a book. I'm almost done with about 2 different other books. But I made a little bookshelf out of washi tape. And then I usually like to try to find little stickers of like potted plants and things like that to kind of fill that in. So I haven't got there yet, but I'm getting there. But this is the thing I was really excited to show you guys. And this is my monthly calendar for the rest of the year. What I did was I bought a planner from Dollar Tree. I finally found one that fits perfectly inside my composition book. I took off the cover and I taped the page. I did glue runner on the back side, and then I taped it to my page. This is the very middle of the book, so you see where the sewn binding is. I just opened it up to the middle, and then I stuck the middle of the planner in the middle, and then I glued it down on both sides. So I'm so excited to finally, so then you see, here's the rest. Now there were some extra pages at the end that I didn't need, so I don't know if you can see, it's kind of hard to tell. There's some extra pages in there that I cut off. I don't know if you can see those little pages right there. Anyway, I cut, ooh, focus, there we go. I cut those extra pages off and I just glued that down and then taped it all the way around. So that'll stay in there. I'm not worried about it coming loose or coming stapled or whatever. And then I just took some tape and I stapled over I taped over the staples in the middle so they wouldn't like catch on stuff. But look at that. Now I don't have to write out every single month. And instead of using this future log down here at the beginning, of course I can't find it immediately, somewhere. The downside of using, the written out future log, darn it, where is it? There it is. The biggest downside for me is that I feel like when I'm writing stuff down that I'm like things are getting lost in the shuffle, Plus this one, it goes till June, which is the end of the school year, but I don't have all of my dates written down yet. But the nice thing about this is this goes through December of 25. So I can plan all the way up through December in the future, because that's the other part of having a planner that goes the school year. So this one will probably end up being done in like May, but then I'll have all of my future plans written in so I can easily transfer those to my next book. And a grid calendar makes way more sense to my brain than having it all written out, like this, just written on the thing. So anyway, so I'm super excited about that. This particular calendar, I did have to doctor up the pages a little bit. See where there's a gap right here with no line? There was also a gap right here with no line. So I went through and I just drew a line down to kind of delineate the boxes a little more. And because the way the numbers are kind of down and in the middle like that, I just used a colored pencil and I outlined all of the numbers so I could see them a little bit better. And the other nice thing about this is at the end, it has future planning for 26 for the whole year. So if I wanted to, I could use this to plan out future vacations, any of that kind of stuff, which I could easily write out myself if I wanted to, but let's get real, I'm not going to probably do that. But this has all the holidays coming up for the next year. Anyway, so I highly recommend, if you use a composition book planner, that you try this out or go check out Dollar Tree. They have, they're pretty plain and they're $1.25. And that's going to save me a lot of time in the long run and make it really easy for me to go back and be like, oh yeah, what do we got going on in June? And just like, boop, turn to June and it's all written out. I can plan by the week, like this week we're going to do this week we're going to do this, which again is way easier for my brain than trying to look at it just written out flat on a piece of paper like that. So, the last thing that I wanted to point out too is I've been doing some pen tests in here, and this paper, these particular books, they've changed the paper. The paper used to be smoother, and it also had, I don't know if it was thicker, but there was something about it that where the pages didn't bleed quite as much. So I took this, I have these pens, these InkJoy gel pens, which I really like, but they do tend to bleed through this paper. So I was just testing them out, and see, they did bleed through, but I have found that on certain pages that doesn't matter quite as much. Sorry, my thing keeps unfocusing. And also highlighting. So these are all different highlighters that I tried out. And on these I kind of went back and forth on some of them, and I just drew a straight line on some of them. And, you know, there's a little bit of bleed through. You can kind of see the ghosting. These are actually colored pencil. So even the colored pencil, there's a little bit of ghosting there. But, and then this page, you can see that pink highlighter and the ballpoint writing. That is one downside to using a composition book, is the paper is not as thick. You know, there's more bleed through. There's more ghosting. But for the most part, that doesn't bother me. Now, if I were to, that page just, never mind. So like if I were to draw, like here you can see I drew a heart and I colored it in. You know, sometimes there's going to be places where it'll be more noticeable. But in that case, you know what you can do is you can just take your 2 pages. If you think you're going to have something that you want to draw or write that's going to bleed through, this is so cheap, you just tape it together. And then you've got a double page. And you can do whatever the heck you want. That's the best part about using a composition book. 50 cents. And I can do whatever I want to it. And if it sucks and I decide I want to start over, I can recycle it, and it only cost me 50 cents. So there you go. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you next time.